Hey guys, it's Danny here, welcome to my channel. Let's focus on Head Radical Pro, the newest release. The paint job, it's screaming. It says, well, we are here to be noticed. I think personally I like the paint job. It is a bit extreme, I would say, but it's nice. It's something unique, something original. With Radical Pro, I would say it is to be noticed, to be aggressive, maybe to be brave. Yeah, brave colors. So it needs a brave player to wield it. I tried this racket with my friend who grew up with a Radical family, started as a junior with a Radical S, then moved to Radical MP, then to Radical Pro. So he had a pretty straightforward path of his game development. Mine was a little bit more bumpy. I was very interested in his opinion. I also play tested his old Radical Pro. I reviewed it on my channel, and to me it lacked something special, something, this identity. And first question that pops up with the newest Radical Pro: is it any better? And the easy, fast, straightforward answer is yes, I think it is better. But is it a good frame? Hard to say. I mean, obviously it is a great frame, but when it comes to identity, I'm not sure really for who this frame would be. I mean, we both struggled to find consistent power with the Radical Pro. So in some ways, it reminded me of Prestige family, but when it comes to this consistent response, feel, it was losing to the Prestige family. And compared to some newest E-zones or Pure Arrows, well, I had to fight for the power, because even though the power was there with the Radical Pro, the bump in swing wave made the racket much more heavy, so it was a bit harder to accelerate and it was a bit harder to finish the shot. I was a bit struggling to accelerate, and for that level of how demanding the racket is to swing, I normally expect a bit more from it, a bit bigger rewards. So yeah, it asks for a lot, but rewards a lot, kinda idea, concept when I try similar rackets. For example, with Prestige, and I also tried that night Prestige Tour, so it is a very demanding racket, 95 square inches head size, and I actually like the Prestige Tour more because it was a bit more defined. I mean, it was a bit more specific. So for specific players, I can see how they could potentially prefer Prestige Tour over the Radical Pro. And with Radical Pro, I have issues. Like, if somebody is looking for a bit more power, I think E-Zone will be a better choice because it is much easier to use. If somebody wants more control, then Prestige family is better. And if somebody is looking for more spin, then Pure Aero 98 is better. So things like that makes me feel a bit mixed when it comes to the final review. One thing that I can say, in my opinion, this Radical Pro is better compared to the previous release. It is a bit more focused. The bump in swing wave really makes the Radical more, well, radical. But for this kind of swing wave, for this kind of stick, I actually would like to have a bit more headlight setup to make life a bit easier. Or maybe they should have opened the string bed a bit more to give more spin potential, because it is really a demanding stick, I would say. And my friend who switched from Radical Pro to now Pure Aero 98, he was looking for more power, more spin, and when he tasted my Pure Aero 98, he just didn't want to switch back because it was just night and day difference when it comes to this access to good tennis. And with Radical Pro, you really have to fight for quality. Now tennis is about accessibility, I think, and the easier it is to perform, the better. Obviously, with more free power, free spin, there is a risk of losing control or feel, so the balance still has to be maintained. But I think modern frames are getting better and better at this. Frames like Radical kinda gets left behind because I think traditional players will still like traditional frames a bit more. It is close. It is really close. It could be even a difference of quality control actually, but I hope the feel and the solidness would still be there, so hard to say how much it is thanks to the layup or some special materials used and how much it is just the bump in swing wave. Yeah, I have a protection tape here, but for the playtest I remove it. I would say the unstrung swing wave on this Radical Pro was around 305, maybe even 310. Yeah, it was quite heavy to swing. In some ways, the head heaviness reminded me of some old school blades, like going back to 2015. So maybe if somebody was using a blade, maybe even Blade Pro, with a leather grip, Radical Pro could be very close now. Very close in terms of how demanding it is to swing the racket. It is quite nice if you time the swing. Obviously, on hard courts, it probably would be a bit better. On clay, I'm still trying to find my rhythm, find my contact point, so it is a bit harder with frames like Radical Pro. On hard courts, probably my highlight would be a bit more flashy, a better one. I think it is completely fine and normal to be vulnerable. I don't want to like create this channel of evergreen play tests. Every racket is better than the other. Not, I think our job as reviewers is to tell our honest opinion about the rackets and who the racket can suit. And to me, I think there are better choices right now for the same group of players that normally would or could use Radical Pro. It is a great frame, but a bit too demanding for what it has to offer. So guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, it helps this channel a lot. The next video probably will be talking about my final specs with the TFight and Whiteout. Yeah, I am getting close to my final destination, final journey, and of course my goal is to win something this year, this season. Let's see how it will go. I need to figure out my racket and strings, so make sure to follow. See you soon. Bye bye.